Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in my latest video today. It's been way too long since we've coloured together. I've been really busy and haven't been able to sit down and do as much colouring as I'd like. So I thought, well, let's get on camera and do Rooms of Wonder. Now in my last video I'd said that the last video we coloured along together in this, where we did the tree bed, we did this one together. And when I say we, I mean, if I say we on the channel, I mean you and me, because we've done it as a colour along. So when you voted for that one in the comments, the runner-up to it was this one. And I'd said in my last video that I was thinking about, let the camera rebehave, I was thinking about doing this one together. I've agonised over this page, and is it behaving? I think it might be my eyesight, you know, it looks fuzzy. I've agonised over this page and how best to do it. So I've gone into my head and looked for the story behind it, and in these Rooms of Wonder, the actual rooms, not the little images here, but in the actual rooms, I want it to appear like we're looking into another world. So I'm going to try and do it from a different world perspective. Now, don't scream and shout, but I'm thinking of not blacking out Johanna's work, but making all this black, leaving out the little doodads, whatever they're called. You know what I mean, I hope. But it will become apparent if not. Now, I've got a little card here, because we're going to start with the mirror. So if I bring you in, okay, I've got Twinkle Watercolour Handmade Paint by the Art Spirits, and I've missed the S off the end, but I will put a link down below to her shop where you can buy these individually. And this is what it looks like, this one. I've already sprayed it with water, so hopefully I've left it long enough to activate. I'm trying to get it all in for you. It's very difficult when we're quite close up. And I've got my trusty Derwent brush. Now this is an older one because it's quite a big space and I don't want to fray my tiny little brush. So I'm just mixing that up. And I'm just going to test it on a scrap piece of paper. So I might... Kids are out of school, I can hear them screaming. Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is, I've got it activated and I'm going in, folks. Are you ready? Okay. So this is just going to give us our shimmer. It's going to give us a glassy effect, which is really very clever. Now, Rebecca over at the Art Spirits, here, I can't put it anywhere where it's dry at the minute, over at the Art Spirits does do, and I have that paint also, a true silver, and it's the most spectacular silver I have ever used in watercolours. And you could use that too, but I just like the shimmeriness of this. So I'm just going around very carefully. And I'm going to pop that in. We can always go back over if we've missed bits. So, and the wonderful thing about this is, A, it's translucent, so we can see through it, and B, you can colour over it. So if I do go over any little bits, I'll be able to colour over it. And we can always put another coat on, like I say, at a later date. But it will give us that. I didn't want to do it that sort of cartoony, lined look that you put on mirrors, you know. So I thought, let's put twinkle on it. But if you don't have this, you could use a silver gel pen. You could just put the lines in to indicate that it's a mirror. You know? Okay, so we're going to leave that. And we're going to let that dry. Okay, I'm going to put that out of the way before I have a major disaster with it. You probably can't see anything, but can you see that? If I tip it towards the light, and as it dries it will be even better. Isn't that incredible? Love, love, love the Art Spirits paints. Absolutely love them. Right. Now this is where it's scary. I've got the colours planned for the... maybe we should do that first. I've got the colours planned for the panelling. I've got all the planned for the desk and the plants and everything like that. But what I want to do is put black Posca around this, leaving just a very small edge around the plants. And it looks really cool. I'm going to fold it over on my photocopied piece. This is what my intention is. And we leave the stars white and we do some other little stars in there, because almost like a porthole from the sky looking in at this bedroom. Shall we do it? Shall we just go for it? Oh. I tell you what, because I've chickened out, let's do the panelling. If I can find my little ticket. Where is my little ticket? Where is it? Oh, I try to be organised, folks. I really do. Just where, folks? Where do these things go? I think it's on the back of that. Here it is. It was on the back of the mirror one. Now I've got a little bit of a crinkle. A little tiny bit of a crinkle there. I don't even know if you can pick that up. But as that dries, it will flatten out, especially as we colour on the rest of the page. Okay, so let's look at this wall panelling. Now, I didn't want anything on this page in the bedroom. I wanted it subtle, soft colours. Where am I going to put that so you can see? Over here. So that we get this contrast of looking in and a nice tranquil bedroom. So I've got seashell pink, and I'm using the Prismacolor Premieres. I've got seashell pink and 10% French grey. Just those two colours. Where should we start? Let's start, I don't know, here will do. I'm here, so I might as well. So I'm going in, I'm going to pick one edge, and I'm going to go in quite deep with the seashell pink. And I think if I remember when I flipped through this book, there's a little door down here, look. When I flipped through this book, I'd said, oh, I'd like to see this in like teals and beige and in this bedroom. So now I'm just softening it out, because we're going to use that 10% French grey to blend in. I did test the back of the page on the little unicorn at the back to see if the Prismas would work, and they do. They're their usual buttery loveliness. So this is 10% French grey, because the French greys do tend to have that nice sort of beige brown hue to them, and with this seashell pink it works really well. So I'm just blending that out. Okay, so we've got one panel done. Yay! So I have decided that I wouldn't do membership. I had quite a few people contact me and say, Lucy, I just can't afford membership, but I'd love to colour with you in Johanna Baford's book. So I decided that I wouldn't do it now. I mean, goodness me, we're all struggling, aren't we, enough for money without me, you know, I didn't want people to miss out. So we will just be plodding on and do Johanna Baford's book. Hopefully we'll get a page a month done. That would be very nice. If you all enjoy watching it, that is. If I don't get much interest, I will colour alone. But there we are. Okay. Just make sure that in between there is nice and dark, so it looks like the tongue and groove panelling. There we go. And then I'm just going to keep playing until we get a nice even soft blend there. So, and I didn't want that to be wood either. So let's recap. So we've used seashell pink and 10% French grey, and on the mirror itself that is called Twinkle by the Art Spirits, and I will link her down below in the description box. If you look just below the video, there might be a little arrow and it'll open a box up for you to have a look at. All my details are in there, and anything I've used in the video that I mention I will put in that description box. Right, I'm going to go off and finish the panelling. That'll give that mirror a chance to dry. Let's have another look at that loveliness. Look at that. That'll give the mirror a chance to dry, and without me putting my great hand in it and smearing it across the page. And I'll be back when the panelling's done. So let's just come out a little bit. There we go. Alright, lovely. See you in a sec. Okay, so I've done the wall panelling. The mirror is now gorgeously dry and reflective. Now, because we've got such a lot going on, I'm going to do the walls in pale powder blue and the carpet in pale powder blue, and we're going to put the detailing in on the carpet with some gel pen. So here are the colours we're going to use, but I want to put some light around the lights as well. So I'm just using powder blue, which I apologise, I haven't written the number down. It's 1087, and I won't come in too close because I am just literally going to go round nice and lightly, and we're going to fill this background in with powder blue. Then the dressing table is going to be like a teal colour. Nice, calm, relaxing bedroom. Right in the middle of the stars. So I'm going to deepen up round the mirror, around the edges, and then deepen up down here. So I hope you're all well, everyone, and doing okay. Again, after having a week off school, I've been ill, I'd had that horrible cold develop, and then I got the most horrendous ear infection. I had to go on antibiotics. Gosh, it was awful. But back at school today, oh, last week we were back at school, but it always takes me a while to adjust after a school holiday. And I did manage to get quite a few videos out to you all before I went off with illness. So I'm really glad to be back to it, and I hope you lot are all doing good and none of you are poorly. Now I tell you what I did, a little bit of gossip for you while I just fill in this this little bit of powder blue. What we'll do is just really light coat of powder blue around the middles, and around the edges we'll just deepen that up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so I tell you what, one lovely subscriber in the comments told me that the wonderful Linda Ravenscroft's, you know how much I love Naughty Fairies book, has a new version. And I went on to order it. No, sold out. And then I went back on yesterday and checked, and there it was. So it's winging its way to me currently. I love her Naughty Fairies. The attitude that they've got is just brilliant. So I'm hoping to be able to do a flip through for you of that, and then maybe even a colour along in there if you want me to. Okay, just nice and soft, people. So I'm going to bring it up this side so I can show you how to do the light. I won't keep you on camera the whole time. So I'm going to, like we've done the rest of the wall, dark around the mirror, dark around the base here. So I'm very excited about that. I've been sent a book which I'm going to do a flip through of for you from the wonderful Rachel Mintz company. They never forget me. They're so lovely. So I'm going to do a flip through of that for you guys. It's got a Christmassy element to it. So that might go up just before this. So I'll probably put that up before this is released. And then release this straight away. So hopefully you'll get 2 for 1. Okay, soften it out into the centre. Right, now I'm going to leave that round there. Put a little bit of blue up here. And blue there around the mirror. Okay, right. So you don't have to sit and watch while I do smoothing out and whatnot. I'm going to use cream, which is 914. And I'm going to put a little glow coming out and around this lamp. Because what I don't want to do is put the blue in and then it turn green, because that would just not be very nice. Okay, now I've put the cream base down first so that the goldenrod, which I'm going to use next, doesn't get too dark. So I'm going to do a little bit of goldenrod just around the back. I will be blending this out, so don't be horrified by how dark it is. And a little bit coming out of the top of the lamp. There we are. Here too. A little bit up here. There we go. And I'm going to take the cream and I'm going to blend that in. Let me bring you in slightly so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to move you over so you can see the 2 colours. So I'm going to use the cream and go back over that. Incidentally, the Prismas like this paper very much. Johanna chooses her paper very carefully. I did find that the Black Widows were a bit fussy in Worlds of Wonder. I didn't really like it that much. But Prismas, we know the polychromos do because that's what I used last time, but the Prismas do really seem to like this. Don't seem to mind this paper at all. So I'm just going to use the technical term and smush until I get a nice even glow on around that little light. There. Like it? I'll just push that and blend that out a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to my powder blue and I'm just going to be really careful and stop when I get to that light source. Just need to fade that out a little bit. And then, because I feel it's a little dark, I'm just going to make sure my pencil's clean. I'm just going to take a bit of white, just a stubby little white, and just force that brightness back a little bit. Because this is a soft, tranquil room. We want ambient lighting, not discos. Shows my age, doesn't it, saying disco? Goodness me, when will I learn to shut up? Okay. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. So I'm just going to keep going with the blue until I get a nice, soft, subtle, even blend of that blue. We're also going to do the same for the carpet. So I'm going to do it dark in here. and dark around the edge of where we're going to put, hopefully, that black if I dare touch the page with it. I'm going straight over those, the little patterns on the carpet. Darker here. And then again, so just around the edges will be darker. And then I'm just going to let it fade out. Just take your time. Alright, so let's come out and have a look. Already, there's a bedroom that I would like to be in. Alright folks, I'm going to finish that blue and then we're going to come back, we're going to get to our flowers and the dresser and all of it, so exciting. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Alright, you lovely lot. So we've got a very pale blue wall and carpet. We will be putting detail in there. We've got our glow ready, and I'm going to go in armed with my black Poscas before I change my mind. I've agonised over this, and do I just want... See, I'm still thinking now. I think I'm probably just going to do it. But if I spoil my Johanna book, if I spoil my book, I can buy another one, can't I, folks? Oh, okay. Black Posca. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, bit of a panic attack. I thought, oh, I had another idea. So I thought I would try that idea and I don't like it. So, we're going in with my idea of this black bordered edge. So I've got different size Poscas and we're going for it, folks. I'm going in before I change my mind. So I've got a fine nibbed one. Let's come in just a little bit. Not the really fine one, this one. Which is, oops, sorry, 0.7mm. Right, I'll leave the camera alone now. Let it behave itself. Okay, I'm going in. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, folks. So, I'm just going to get this Posca going. It's misbehaving. There we go. I'm going in just round where I want the detail with this little Posca. Like this. Around this star. I promise I'm not going to make you sit while I Poscarize the page. Okay. I'll go around here. I'm just going to show you the idea and then... So if you don't have black Poscas, you could use just acrylic paint. I'm going to leave that bit out. Now, I did take the border out. Yeah. Okay. I'm so nervous about this, folks. It's a bit radical for me. I've took the border out now. So, I'm switching to another one. This is a big nib. This is a 5mm nib. And I'm filling that in. Now I do have other acrylic pens, like the Artex ones, but now I've started with Posca, I will be sticking with it because the blacks come out very differently, like they do in your coloured pencil sets. Concentrating, yeah, blacks are very different in tone in different sets. Like if you look at the Polychromos pencil and the Prisma, say for example, they're very different blacks. So I'm just going to stick with Posca. Right, Now, I am going to leave the border on this little doodad here. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm going to leave the border because we're going to go round that with a different colour. Okay. And those of you that aren't familiar with Posca, there is no bleed through whatsoever because it's an acrylic paint pen. Okay, so I am going to fill in all of these teeny weeny little spots and drive myself demented doing it. All good fun, folks, all good fun. Okay, in here. I don't want to speak too soon, but the hand hasn't spasmed yet. Normally it like does a spasm and I go across the page, or yeah. There we go. So you're going to have to all the way along, if you're following this to the letter. And the idea is we've got this big bold border, and then this was my idea anyway, this is what I'm thinking. The serenity of the calm inside the bedroom and the dressing table. That's like my space. We've got this crazy world going on outside. Of bling and glitter, and then this calm serenity of your bedroom. Just as it should be, really. Okay. Now, I couldn't carry on until we've done this. So what I'm thinking of doing actually is getting some, you could do it with a line, just draw, if I could find a ruler. This would, you know, this would just be, right next to me, goodness me. So you could just, let me come out slightly. There we go. You could just take come right up to the bottom bit, line it up, and just sort of pencil that off there. I think I'd use those two little flutes as my guide. Although my page isn't straight. Let's see. Okay. It's not behaving, people. There we go. And then just really lightly rule that off to that. And then you'd have to do that on the side here. So we'd use the furthest sticking out bits as our guide. Making sure everything's in. And then lightly rule that off. And then once you've done your black borders, do that all the way around, you can then erase the pencil marks. Does that make sense? So, let me put that to one side. Let's come out. Right, once I have done the mammoth task of filling this in, I'm going to leave the little scallops around the little flower beds free. They will not be black. And we're going to do them a different colour. Once I've done the mammoth task of that, we will be back and we'll join up, and then I can concentrate on the rest of the picture. Alright, my lovely friends, see you in a second. Okay, so next day, I finished the black last night. I really like how that stands out, and we're going to have this beautiful subtle bedroom. Okay, dresser. Now, I'm not doing it in conventional colours. It's going to be teal and pale grey, and it's going to look gorgeous, along with our shiny mirror. Okay, so if I bring you in, let's have a look at this. These are the colours that I've got. So I've got muted turquoise. The camera will stop wobbling in a minute. I do apologise. I've got, yeah, muted turquoise, if I can find it. Be organised, Lucy, here we go. Yes, muted turquoise, 50% cold grey and 10% cold grey. Now, which way round to do it? I think this way. So I've been practising and I like this way. I might add an additional colour. I might, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to do grey on the top and then in these little bits are going to be muted turquoise. Alright, so we're going to take the, let me come out slightly. There we go. We're going to take the 50% cold grey. Now I'm going to put that round all the bits and bobs. So we've just got a little bit of shadow going on where they're sitting on the dressing table. There we go. Put that up in there. Because I was going to change this and have it as a really bright desk, but actually, or dressing table, I really like the subtleness of the room, so I'm keeping it that way. And then we're going in with 10% cold grey, and we're going to blend that out. Just so we get a nice, soft, subtle shadow around those bits and bobs and dressing table goodies. Alright, now we're going to do the, and I've got it right in front of me, the drawer fronts in the muted turquoise. So I'm going to go round and follow where the little dotted lines are that Johanna's given us, make those nice and deep in the turquoise. Oh, I've gone out of the line there, would you believe it? There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to follow that. I'll try and follow those lines. And then we're going to bring those out. We're going to bring that out nice and subtly. Like this in the centre of the drawer. And then we're going to use the 10% cold grey just to blend that through. And then we get more of a teal look than more of a sort of in your face look. So more distressed wood look. How's that? I really like it. I think I would like it in my bedroom. I wouldn't mind this as a desk or a dressing table, to be honest. I love these colours. Okay, we're going to do the same. We're just going to gently, gently, gently bring some colour in. And then our 10% cool grey, or cold grey. Is it cold? Yeah, cold grey. And just knock that colour back. So we get a nice muted teal look. Okay, where else are we having grey? So I'm going to leave some bits white, like the front of the dresser. Might just put a very subtle bit of the 10% grey on. And we're going to have, so round here, this is going to be grey. So I'm bringing in the 50%. I'm going to let that get lighter as we go into the front. Then we can bring in our 10%. Yeah. Then we want it down the sides. Let's straighten this back up again. There we go. Okay, so we're going to want it down the side as well. Going to do the same thing. Doing it dark in the corners and then bringing it up here as well. I am still completely in love with this book. I absolutely adore it. Okay, and then we're going to go in with our 10%. We're just going to blend that and knock that back. Perfect, I think. My opinion. Down here, up here. And we could do the same on this bit. And here. On the bench. Okay, then we go in with our 10% and tone all that back. Okay. And we can just put a little bit of the 10% in the bits that don't have colour on, like there. Just so that they've got a subtle colour. I don't want them to have any more colour. I just want the turquoise to be the colour. Okay, where else? We've got up this corner and the legs then. Okay, so we'll put the teal in here, or muted turquoise. Put that in there, bring a little bit of the colour out. Bring in our grey. Knock that back. Then we can put in our greys then. There we go. And again, just tone back that colour. There we go. Alright, now. So that's how the dress is going to be done. That's going to be teal. The draw fronts are going to be teal. What about the legs? How did I decide to do the legs? I cannot remember. Let me get my piece of paper. Okay. So we'll do the stool. Let's do the stool and then we can put the legs in. So the stool is going to be the same colours. So we're going in on the leaves of the stool. I wonder if we can squish in just a tad now. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so we're taking our muted turquoise and I'm going to put it same as we did on the desk. Darker at the base and then just a tad of colour in there. And then we blend that through with our 10% grey. There we go. We'll do that on all of them. And blend that through. Okay, now we can do the stool seat. So the cushion itself is going to be grey, so I'm going in with the 50% round the edge. Not pressing hard, just a light coat of it. Yeah, and then we'll go in with the 10%. Can always go back over the swirls if we have dampened them down too much. Okay, right, so I want, then, now we've done that, I can see the bench, and I am going to put the teal directly under here, I think. Let me see, because I did 2 versions of it. Yeah, I'm going to put the teal in here, so I'm going to go in dark here. Keep calling it teal, it's muted turquoise, Lucy. And then bring that colour down. It will be done here too. Colour out. Alright, we'll get the grey. Sorry, I keep moving the page. Alright. How cute is that? I like it. Alright, and then you're just going to have to take it in turns. So, these now are going to have to be grey. Well, they don't have to be, but that's how I'm doing it. So I'm going to make that teal. There. And then... oh, sorry, I'll try not to keep moving it. What was I? Here. And we're going with the 10%. There we go. Okay, now, a bit more dark in there. So if they're grey, then I'm going to do this bit in the turquoise. Okay, don't forget to mix in our grey. There we go. Then the next bit will be grey. I think you're beginning to get the picture. Okay. And then the teal, turquoise, muted turquoise. Grey. Alright, peeps. How's that? This one. Make this a little darker because it's right there at the back. There we go. Oh gosh, could you see all that? There we are. And then, let's knock it back a bit more. Take that colour back a bit. And then the turquoise on the little feet at the bottom. So I'm assuming the desk will go pretty much the same then. I don't know, I didn't work it out. I just liked the colour and got very excited. I thought, yay! Okay, so we'll do that pale grey, turquoise. Yeah, so we'll do grey for the main legs and then all the little features will be turquoise. Does that make sense? So just follow the stool for the legs. So what I'm going to do is go off and finish the... No, we've got the mirror to do. I'm not going to go off anywhere. Right, mirror. Let me see. How did I do it? Okay. So we're going to do it predominantly in the muted turquoise colour. So... let me see. Okay. We're going to go in dark here, that's where the joint of the mirror would be. You know, if you was to move it, to angle it. There we go. So we're going in there. And around the bottom here. We will put the grey over, but let's just get the turquoise in first. There we go. And around the bottom of here. Okay, let's put some grey in, the 10%. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Okay, and then we're going to have... We'll probably do... Let's do the outside grey. So it all matches. So just bring that in lightly. And then put our light grey over. Nice and easy, not too many colours. But still quite effective. Okay, here we go. And then the dark grey around the top as well. Okay, there we are. Right, let's come out and have a look at our gorgeous image. I really like this picture. Okay, so I'm going to go off and finish the dresser and the mirror, and then we'll join back up to do the the flowers and the leaves and the vines. Alright folks, I'll see you in a sec. Okay folks, so the dresser's done. I'm really pleased with how it's come out. I really like how the image is colouring along, whatever. So I'm thinking that actually the video is nearly 50 minutes long, and to divide it up I'm probably going to split it into 2 videos so that we can do the flowers in the background. I can do that in peace without worrying that it's too long. So one final piece I want to do on video 1 is I'm just going to literally, I'm taking a dual metallic hybrid silver, oops, sorry, in your face, and it's just silver, and I'm just going to do the, I was going to do it in black, but that's going to stand out too much against my subtle bedroom. So we're going to have a nice sparkly silver light fitting. There we go. And then there we go. I'm hoping you can see that. Yes, you can. That's cool. So what I'm going to do is keep working so that I can post 1 and 2 up together. So I had coloured the little handles in grey, but I think I'm just going to go over those with some sparkle. There we go, that's working now. And the little key. There we go. Right, oh, I've missed a leaf. Unforgivable. Let's colour that in. Alright, so I've got a book from Rachel Mintz that I'm going to do a flip through of. Which is really cute, Christmassy one. I can't wait for December so as to start colouring our Christmas stuff. So yeah, I've got a book from Rachel Mintz that I'm going to do a flip through of. So I'm going to post that first. Then I will post these two back to back. So I'll probably post part 2 first and then part 1 so that it appears in order on my playlists. I hope that's okay. I am thrilled with how it's coming out, so stick with me guys and come over for part 2 where we're going to do, we've got all the little jars to do all our potions and ointments and little cotton wool balls and all these beautiful flowers and vines. Alright folks, so until we meet again very, very quickly, take really good care of yourselves and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.